hidden side of Houshou Marlene. I don't. I'm intrigued by by this title. Like, so we get to learn a bit more about Marlene, because I don't know. I don't think I know what. Like, obviously, I know who she is. I've seen clips of her. I've heard some of her like more latest music, but don't really know like about her the hidden side of her. So I'm intrigued to see what this is about. So yeah, we had the hidden side of Houshou Marine.
Forget everything you thought you knew about LootTubers and their clickbaity antics, because today we're going in uncharted
480p.
waters with Houshou Marine, a VTuber phenomenon from the popular group Hololive, who's been towing the line between humor and outright scandal. She has recently made waves for strongly hinting at a Yuri session with none other than Gargura during her latest music video, and she's the most subscribed to Japanese VTuber in the world. Marine's got a PhD in—
Really? Wait, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Marlene's the biggest, Marlene's the most subscribed Japanese VTuber? I actually had no idea, wow. I did not know that, wow.
the art of being hilariously inappropriate, and is an extraordinary voice actress, goofball, and all-around agent of chaos. You could say Houshou Marine is the horniest VTuber in the world, but her various life experience and her dark past before joining Hololive has truly shaped her into being able to—
Her dark past? Oh my god, what?
navigate between unhinged horniness and special moments of kindness and thoughtfulness whenever the situation calls for it, which makes her truly worthy of being called Senshu. But what is truly remarkable
Right now, of course, at this moment she is
how she is able to handle her fan
the most
base,
subbed.
pushing the limits of this loot character trope. So for this video, I've set myself the goal to find out everything there is to know about Marine, and for that, I had to sit through all of Marine's horny clips. And they were tons and tons and tons of them.
Damn.
キスが重いけそう。キスしてください。はい、ベロごと言ってください。どうぞ。待ってベロ出たびっくりした。びっくりした。何？待って待って。
Beautiful. Okay, oh my, was she trying to PewDiePie the mic? I think she was trying to PewDiePie the mic. She was going like, eat the mic down. Okay, yo, chill.
やめます。あ、でも。
She's doing a counting stream? That's content right there. I don't know if she's counting anymore.
5、4、3、2、1、0、0。
I am changed forever. So get ready for a sea voyage.
Yo,
full of
what?
fast-paced
What the fuck? There's a Houshou Marlene ship? What the fuck?
jabs and flirty innuendos. Hop aboard the SS Senshu because we're going on an adventure. But before we begin, consider leaving a sub, as we have the goal of reaching 17k subscribers.
Definitely do go and she already hit that, but definitely do go and a sub to Arima. Even so, she's amazing. She makes amazing videos.
By the end of the year. And if we do reach it, we have a very special reward that I'll talk further about at the end of the video. And because I don't have a sponsor today and life is too short to not shill your friends, consider checking out otakubon.com to fill out all of your VTuber needs. They have a wide array of high quality merch and even
I'll let that
official
ad
collab with
play.
other VTubers. Better yet, use code RIMAEvenstar for a 10% off all orders. Again, not sponsored, just think it's a great startup and I love their products and I want to encourage them. And now, without further ado, back to the video. Houshou Marine is a Japanese virtual YouTuber associated with Hololive production. She is also commonly referred to as Senshu, which means ship captain.
Oh, I actually did not know that.
July
Sense.
30th,
So that's why. Okay, okay, that makes sense.
17 years old.
What the fuck?
And definitely not in her 30s. But Marine has a really interesting background that's shaped who she is today. As a child, she grew up in an environment where she was forced to be non-stop entertaining to gain attention. This taught her to stay on her toes and be alert to other people's reception of her and develop quick reflexes and answers. If you ever watch a Marine stream, you'll realize that she speaks extremely fast and she's sometimes hard to follow, even for a Japanese speaker.
ね、一回見たけどマリンが忘れただけだからそれはネタバレに該当しないよね。
From the way she spoke about her past, it seems she comes from a less affluent environment.
Oh.
However, she speaks fondly about her father and sister, who are aware that she's a VTuber but rarely watch her streams. Even in school, she was considered a class clown. She studied at a Christian all-girls school where she once tried to grab a girl's hand that she had a crush on, which ended up backfiring horribly.
Oh my
Luckily for us,
god.
Marine
Oh, wow. I didn't. Wow. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that. In like a Catholic school, like obviously in a religious school, yeah, that's not going. Sadly, that probably will backfire. Sadly.
Would use this kind of rejection as one of the main inspiration in her satirical persona in her future days to come.
私そういうの無理だわって言われて違うしレッツじゃないしってごまかして終わったって
Oh, damn.
Utilizing the concept
I mean, I guess that wasn't like as bad as it could have gone.
in a very exaggerated way of chasing rejection and humiliation for her chats and everyone around her entertainment, often resulting in the object of her affection calling her cringe or disgusting and then having her chat laugh about it. After high school, Marine entered the workforce immediately, skipping college to join what is commonly referred to as a black company where she worked full-time. Black companies were in their own
Oh no! Oh shit, what?
videos, but I'll provide a brief summary here. In recent
Oh,
years,
no.
Japan and other parts of the world have witnessed the emergence of black companies. Their practice are akin to sweatshops, hiring a large number of employees for meager wages and dismal working conditions, though not necessarily in the garment industry. Combine this with the increasing popularity of the 996 working hour system in
Oh
Japan,
god.
where employers anticipate their staff to work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Oh
6
my
days a
god,
week,
what the
resulting in a
what the fuck?
72-hour work week.
Jesus
While
Christ.
reports have predominantly concentrated on black companies in IT or entertainment, the prosperous VTuber industry has spawned black agencies keen to secure a portion of the market as well. Although numerous alleged cases involving black VTuber agencies have surfaced recently, in the case of Marine, she was involved in the customer service field, or at least this is my understanding based on rough translations that my Japanese friends assisted me in understanding. For Marine, working excessively long hours was not uncommon back then. She openly shares her past experience on stream, recounting a specific day when she worked from 7 a.m. to assist her manager in serving refreshment to an important client. After completing her day as she passed by the office, more work was thrust upon her. Moreover, her job
No!
often required her to work even when injured or sick.
Oh
and
my
she once
god!
received rotten oranges as a winter bonus.
What the fuck? What? What? She works in an environment where, like, you're sick, nah, you have to come in. What the fuck? Oh my god, that is a black company. I mean, I would assume if you, like, call in sick and they're just like, nah, wait, what, you're sick, come in. Like, I feel like, at that point, that's a black company. I mean...
ボーナスの時にさボーナスさ出なくて冬のボーナス出なかっただけならさ
How would they not know that it's they're rotten? What?
なんか実家にさなんか段ボールでみかんがでっかい段ボールでさみかんが一箱届けられて
That's disgusting. Oh my
しかも
god.
めっちゃ下の方をかびてて
This marked her initial foray into the workforce, having never held even a part-time job before. She remembers being frequently scolded, leading in a diminished self-esteem.
Oh my
However,
God.
she reached her breaking point when, after a significant round of layoffs, she realized she would once again be burdened with picking up the slacks of the employees
Oh,
that were
right.
long gone.
Right. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, because if people get fired and there's a less amount of employees, obviously then you have to pick up the slack for those employees who got fired.
She bid farewell to the company and returned home to her father and sister, feeling satisfied and relieved by her decision. This chapter in her life left a profound impact on Marine, for better or for worse. On one hand, the fierce competitiveness and harsh environment prepared her for her corporate VTuber life that lay ahead. On the other hand, she still carries some trauma.
So did she have like content creation like experience whilst being in the company or before the company?
From this period, a sentiment that is entirely understandable. And Marine's choice would soon come to pay off as she debuted on August 11, 2019 as part of alongside Noelle Shirogane, Flair Shiranui I sound so mature when I say it. Flair Shiranui, Picora Usada, and Rushia.
Oh, Korea,
Each
Rushia.
successive Hololive generation, building upon the foundation laid by its predecessors, has consistently generated heightened anticipation with every debut, continually surpassing milestones after milestones in the process, and the third generation was no exception. To put it
Yeah, because this was a pretty successful wave, right? I mean, gen, because Picola's pretty successful. Like Picola's very successful. Rushia, I think Rushia was successful when Rushia was active, right? She was pretty successful, right? I'm pretty sure Rushia was actually doing pretty well, obviously before she left or whatever the situation that happened.
In perspective, it took Fubuki, who was Gen 1, practically a year to get the milestone of 100k subscribers.
I mean, that, to be fair, that's still, really good, for, even now, if you join, a small company and you hit 100k in a year, that is still, really good.
Meanwhile, nowadays, they practically spawn with those numbers.
Yeah, they do.
And in the case of Advent, some of these members reach 200k subscribers.
That's
just during their
crazy.
debut
That's
alone.
fucking crazy.
In the case of Marine, she was a slow burn at first. While she seemed like a very innocent and reserved girl on her very first stream, she soon settled in and fans got to discover Marine's true entertaining personality and sharp tongue.
はーい
Ahoy!
ホロライブ3期生宝生海賊団船長の宝生マリンですよろしくね
Oh, this is her
And
debut?
by the end of the first month after her debut, she had already gained monetization on her channel.
Damn.
Although that monetization proved to be
Picora is the most viewed overall female streamer of 2023. Wow, that's crazy.
quite elusive.
Yeah, so Picora is still, pretty successful now. How many subs is Picora on? I don't know, but...
Due to the horny nature of her content.
性欲の強さは間違いなくトップクラスあーそれは確かにあるかもしれない
Nonetheless, Marine swiftly capitalized on the rising popularity of her generation, amassing an impressive 100k subscribers within a mere 4 months.
That's
What contributed
impressive,
to her
yeah.
rise in the ranking charts was the fact that she immediately collabed with everybody shortly after her debut, leading her to explode in popularity by the spring of the following year. Not only did she collaborate internally with other Hololive members, but she also reached out aggressively to VTubers outside of the agency.
Aggressively, damn.
Unlike today,
I mean, to be fair, though, I feel like you kind of in some cases, to, make collabs happen, you kind of have to be aggressive with it.
between Hololive and Niji Sanji were frequent back then, and Marine's collabs with Niji's top VTubers put her on the map. So Houshou Marine started a little behind her very iconic genmates such as Rushia and Pecora, but then gained in ground later as people came to enjoy the nuances of her personality and humor. It's not just that Marine is yabe that contributes to her charm. It's the way she can always quickly read a situation and adapt to it too. Because of her, some of the funniest moments moment in Hololive exists today, like the butt plug incident.
こういうようにするだけなんで、望まれて作ったものなんで。
She is currently at 2.4 million. Oh, yeah, that's still big, yeah. Marlene about to hit 3 million. She is at 2.98.
仕方ないです。はい、こういうわけでね。
怖いのになんで怖いのにどうしてなんで怖いのに
マリンパイセン。
やだ怖いよ
人間として大きくなりましょうよ。
決まる
あ、ちょっとずれてるんだけどね。ちょっとずれてる。あ、ちょっとずれてるんで、ちょっと直します。ずれてるんで。ちょっとずれてるんで、ちょっと直します。
And in March 2020, she became the most watched streamer of her generation.
Wow.
It's during this time that we also witnessed the emergence of Marine's 3D debut stream, where she introduced the iconic Houshou Marine pose, a move that became a staple in subsequent 3D streams across the platform. Collaborating with Matsuri, they birthed the idol step, a dance move that Matsuri tried to teach Senshu to improve her dance skills, but that ended up more resembling an attack titan chasing someone than an idol move. In the end, Marine embraced her lackluster dance skills, humorously attributing
Hey, you know, you have to start from somewhere, right?
Matsuri's teaching to the transformation of her abilities from utterly terrible, which was amusing, to merely subpar, which was less amusing, and she humorously considered it might have been better to remain at the initial garbage level than the half-ass level she is now. However, challenges arose. She faced a monetization hiccup on March 13, 2020 during a chaotic house move, leading Marine to record a voice back in a challenging situation. Not only did she not have access to her AdSense money, but the house she was supposed to move into ended up being inhabited by new tenants, so she quickly had to find another house to settle.
Oh no.
This proved to be a tough situation for Marine, but it also made her even more unhinged and horny during that period, as she could face no more repercussions from YouTube.
そうやってみんなの前であれだから収益化収益化なんて
Oh, okay. You know what? That's base. You know what? That's actually fucking base. You know, it's like, oh, well, YouTube's fucked me already. I've got no monetization. I can get no money. So why don't I just do whatever the fuck I want? You know, honestly, that's pretty based. That's pretty fucking based. I rate that, honestly. It's like, why does it matter if I get demonetized? 'Cause I don't make money anyway. It's like, that's pretty based. Pretty based.
どうでもいいもんそんなもん怖くないもん
Pretty based. Pretty based.
イエーイ収益化なくなっても全てのね重荷がねなくなったわもうこれで自由にやらせてもらうわレッツゴーよし
Yeah.
Undeterred, she delved further into the creativity that she is so well known for today. Collaborating with legendary figure Beat Mario, she released a Doujin CD and created a
what?
weekly podcast with Fubuki that dropped every Wednesday, exploring a range topics with notable guests.
例えばリスナーからはこんなスコア
I didn't know they started a podcast. Damn.
ラジオネーム
They had a podcast?
実はベロがスコスコなんだわ
Marine is also, like most of Hololive, a great singer. Her first song, Ahoy, We Are the Houshou Pirates, was arranged by Eosis Arms. And she's also really good at drawing and is also
Yo,
an
what the
extremely
fuck? How's she so talented? It's fucking crazy.
talented voice actress, capable of covering a wide array of tones.
It's like, okay, it's like, okay, your dancing's not that great, but you can draw, you can sing, you're entertaining, you're creative. It's like, you know, it's like, I feel like those things definitely makes up for the quote unquote lackluster dancing or whatever, you know. I mean, she's probably definitely, I would assume, improved her dancing over time by now.
She has this running gag where she pretends that her real voice is really cute and high pitched, but she doesn't want anyone to know about it because she finds it humiliating.
だからあれ入選手もしかして配信中ですかやだ配信2戦長の自己への萌え声が乗っちゃった困るババアのロールプレイしなくちゃ声汚くしましたよ
Her one-year anniversary in September 2020 marked a period of relentless effort as she finally reached the 1 million
Wow,
subscribers
that's
milestone.
crazy.
Marine's achievements
That's crazy. 1 million subs in a year. That's crazy.
include realizing her childhood dream, becoming the brand ambassador for the mobile game Sakura Kakume. This achievement, coupled with her collaboration with Fubuki as characters in the game, brought her to tears of happiness during a stream. She is also known to invest a lot of her money back into her personal projects. Her solo concerts and music videos are
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the music videos, she must invest a lot of money in those animated music videos.
always highly praised for their creativity and production value.
よく言われる
Yeah, it's
の
like,
と
yeah, it's
して
like, like, some of her music videos, they have to be, like, so fucking expensive. Like, she must invest a ton of money. Like, the music videos are so high quality, they must cost, like, the animation, and it's consistent. Like, most of her music videos are animated. Like, she must invest so much money back into it, which is really respectable. But I think it definitely has helped her overall growth and, like, impact. But I mean, I don't think she's probably making the money back. But you know, it's an investment. But yeah, but it's crazy to just like how creative she is with those music videos. Like I saw like every like animated music video is like different from the last one, and they're all like very creative. Marlene's just like genuinely just like, an amazing musician.
では
An
いやお
artist.
金大丈夫なのかっていうのとこういうのって運営も出してくれてんのかなとかなんかそういろいろ言われるんだけど基本的にホロメンが自分で企画して作ってるものに関しては基本的にみんな自費ですよみんなマリン以外も全員そうそれはなんか運営さんが企画して作ってくださったものは運営さんがやってくださってますけど我々側で企画してるものは全部我々が、まあ、出すんですが
But beneath the entertaining content lies Marine's caring nature, evident in instances where she expressed nervousness about putting her friends in awkward positions. She had a somewhat lewd incident happen during a sleepover with Cheyenne, where things got a little bit too far one night. Cheyenne didn't seem to remember anything, and in the end, no harm was done. But now Marine is a little bit more self-conscious around her. The dichotomy between her tsundere persona and gentle nature.
But you know, that's honestly shows that Marlene's like a good person. Like she's a, you know, because she's like she's conscious in the sense of like not wanting to overstep boundaries into like making people around her possibly uncomfortable, and she's like conscious of that fact, which to me shows that Marlene's like, yeah, she's like a nice person, you know, obviously like, her being like lewd and her having that sort of personality doesn't mean that other people may be as comfortable with that, and she's like aware of that and trying to like not be as like overbearing or overstepping boundaries to like her friends and people around her. I respect that. I really do respect that.
Is genuinely interesting to watch. The best portrayal of this dynamic, in my opinion, is in her relationship with Coco. Of course, she has amazing synergy with every member of Hololive, whether it's dealing with constant rejection from Grucia,
娘並みに嫌がるじゃんねそんな嫌だよお父さんは好きだけどあでも待ってだってマリン抜いたいとかすいてとか
Wow.
抜いたいとかこれなべ監視ねじゃね
playing the mom and doting on Aqua.
なんか船長がさよちよちよちってした後にさなんか髪の毛直し始めて嫌だったのかなと思ったらその後なんかふかふかのさ服着てたからさふかふかでかいなーっつってさふかふかのを触ったのそしたらその後さなんかさその触ったところさなんか触ってて
Being a spicy friend to Flair,
君は右にいるんだよね
話が聞こえないなそれ船長のことかな
or expressing extreme fondness for Picora.
船長とさ手つなぎたくないんでしょさては
次行けよ次
手
However, nothing beats watching her and Coco together. It's absolutely explosive. Marine is Coco's senpai, but she also just
I feel like that makes sense. I feel like they have the same sort of like unhinged energy. Like I feel like Marlene could probably just let go and sort of just be her unhinged self in front of Coco, because Coco kind of has, I feel like Coco has that same sort of energy.
bullying her and preying on her downfall.
ひどいキリュウちゃん
Coco's clever though, and she strikes back at time, much to the great dismay of Marine. Having her as your senpai is kind of like having an immature child as your captain, so you can guess the headaches this gives Coco.
こっち先輩やぞお前先輩
Their 3D collabs were extremely iconic, whether it was Marine struggling to finish Coco's dance due to fatigue, or Coco teaching her how to say
horny
Horny.
I'm Marine's
Why do I love the way she's? I'm horny.
horny I'm horny
I don't know what it's like. It's like it's kind of like it's kind of innocent, but also I don't know. I just like the way she says, "I'm horny." It's like very meme. I feel like it's very meme worthy. I think it might have been like into a meme because I like I've heard that before. I'm horny.
Although Marine's
It's her
time
arms
with
up. I'm
was
horny.
over, and she
God.
needed a comfortable life because of the opportunities her stream presented, as she became the second most subscribed to VTuber in the world.
Wow.
She still faced several
Wait, is it all whole life? Damn, that's crazy.
hardships. She often pushed herself to the limit to deliver
Wait, is
great
that
content.
a VTuber most subscribed list? I don't know.
Not being the kind to appreciate people pitying her or asking what's wrong. You could say she's more the type to not show it and keep charging forward until it becomes too much to handle. This led her to a breaking point when she burst into tears while eating cake during her birthday stream, probably from all the grind she had been doing that finally hit her. She also admits to being secretly depressed during streams from time to time and recalled an incident where she burst into tears as soon as one of her gen mates asked her what's wrong. After Coco's graduation, Marine really took it hard and
Aw.
even thought about quitting.
Oh no!
本
Oh.
当に船長もうやめたいって思っちゃったくらいショックだったなんか見てて
And when Rusia graduated
Mm.
a year
Oh yeah, that's understandable. I mean, she was obviously, you know, it's hard sometimes, you know, like seeing people that you're close to like leave and graduate. I can understand how that might that could possibly hurt your motivation, or that could possibly put be upsetting, be sad. Like that's understandable. It's definitely an understandable thing to to go through. That definitely makes sense. And you can definitely feel for her for that.
later, that was another blow. Throughout her journey, Marine always honored her past friends with Easter eggs and hints in her
That's
comments,
really
simply by
nice.
leaving blank space on her annual relationship progress card.
さっきのさ関係性のやつやっぱコメントでさめっちゃ空欄が気になるって言われててなんかそのコメントを見るたびに心にダメージ負うから
Aww.
もう
And if you want to know more about both these graduations, I have two comprehensive videos.
I actually still don't know about the Lucia situation. We might have to look at the Lucia one at some point. I still don't know what the reason was or why she graduated. I actually still don't know. I've still not looked into that or watched a video about the Lucia situation.
Basically, while Marine portrays herself as a lustful and brash pirate, she's very much a sensitive girl. Not only that, but her life experience and maturity in more ways than once have led her to give thoughtful life advice to her chat and friends a couple of times. She's really someone who waters her plants and seems to take care of her relationship, often keeping in touch with them outside of work hours, and is probably still in touch with the graduated members as well.
Yeah, I think definitely. I think there's this weird perception of like there was this like Kuro clip where somebody was just like, oh, like are you still in contact with like the people from your old company? And he was like yeah, I just talked to them a few hours ago. It's like this weird like perception that people think, oh, because like I don't see them interacting in the public eye, like in public, or they don't like say all the time that, oh yeah, I just talked to Coco yesterday, that they think that like they still don't talk, or they're still not or they're not friends anymore. I really think sometimes that's weird. It's like, you know, it's like, yeah, it doesn't mean that people don't talk about that, you know, publicly does not mean they don't talk privately. It's like people can have their own private lives, and I really do think it's important sometimes to not always share, you know, your relationships that are private and stuff that you do in your private lives. Obviously, I also do think it must be a thing of like, you know, you can't not to mention graduated members too much, I would assume.
Marine was the sixth to hit 1 million subs throughout Hololive, her predecessors being Aqua, Pecora, Corone, Fubuki.
This here relationship card of her just came out a few days, because what exactly is this, like, relationship card? It's just like, a thing that she does where she just, like, it's like a comment on each of the members about, like, her relationship that she has with them? Like, what exactly is, like, the relationship card?
And of course, Gargura. But the real breakthrough was being the first to hit 1 million subs by being more sexy and not kawaii. Not that she's Coomer bait, my captain is much more refined than that. But she's definitely more mature and less hyper-positive and cute as the other ones. After all, her chat often makes fun of her for being a hag, even though she really wishes she was 17.
I mean, I think it makes her stand out, you know, because I think we're definitely in, like, the earlier days of VTubing, I think there was still that perception of, like, you know, idol culture and sort of, you know, like, yeah, like, the whole concept of idol culture, so I think that intertwined with VTubing, so, people obviously kind of assume that, oh, VTubers are supposed to be cute and kawaii, and, you know, supposed to be, like, a cute voice, and be innocent and wholesome and pure, you know, but then Marlene comes in and she's kind of like the exact opposite of that, and I think that really makes her sort of stand out, especially, you know, in like 2019, a bit of earlier days of VTubing, where she, you know, she stands out, she's different, she's not as, like, obviously, I think, like, back then, in 2019, like, being a lewd tuber, or being, like, lewd tubing probably wasn't as prevalent as it is now, so I think, like, back then, being more, like, lewd was probably more groundbreaking, and probably more, like, unique and different, especially within Hololive also, it's, like, it's unique and it's different, so I can understand how that would make her stand out more, you know, that she's not afraid to sort of, like, be more unhinged or be more, like, lewd. I can definitely see, like, it's the same thing also kind of with Coco, right? Like, Coco was more unhinged and sort of broke the boundaries, which made her stand out, which made people look at them, you know, that it caught people's eyes. I really do think Marlene sort of had that same effect. She had that, like, same effect on people where it kind of caught people's eyes. You know, she's like an eye catch in that sense, you know, and it's like, it's not, I feel like, also, obviously, being lewd, obviously, you know, people, you know, fans probably like that, obviously, but I also do kind of just think the fact that she's, like, being different, it's more unique, just naturally sort of makes people look at her in a, like, you know, like, look at her. Yes, something like that, it is her feeling toward them and what she think will do to each of them next year. Okay, that's interesting. I kind of like that. It's like kind of like a reflection of, like, the relationships, like the current state, I guess, of her relationships with the members, and sort of like what she thinks, maybe how those relationships are going to develop in the next year, or what she thinks she's going to, like, work on in terms maybe of those relationships in the coming year. I think that's actually really sweet, actually, you know?
I mean, she is 17, and if you say something about it, I'll deny everything.
She's 17,
Now
yeah.
that I've given you an overview of who Houshou Marine is, and explained the whole yabai act she puts on, we wonder how the hell does she handle her gachikois? First, I'll say that she
What's a gachikoi?
cannot completely eradicate gachikois from your fan base, but you can sort of tame them, and Marine has gone pretty close to doing that. Not by rejecting them or chastising them, but rather by embracing it. She almost uses reverse psychology on them. For example, when her gachis ask her for marriage, she'll play into it and make jokes
So
like,
is that like simps, or like is that just like I don't know.
oh stop, you guys just say that because you want my body.
どうせ体が目当てなんでしょ別にいややめろやめろやめろ
And if, for example, one fan says that he's already taken, but he hopes she can find happiness with somebody else, she'll start yelling at him for rejecting her.
で振られてんだよ船長がなんで振られなきゃいけないのうるせえな振るな船長を生意気するな
That's base. She's like, I'm only allowed to reject you. You can't reject me.
This brings me to the central question behind creating this video. Does having a yabai persona discourages parasocial relationships? After all, we've seen in my latest video on Suisei that VTubers like Ina and Fauna that are a little bit more seiso often are the most lusted on. So it wouldn't surprise me if it also worked the other way around, given that there is a trope in anime where the overly forward older woman just falls flat on her face when it comes to romance. I believe most people feel a tad uncomfortable or don't know how to handle individuals who are overly horny or thirsty, so it often produces the opposite effect, and Marine is aware of this. She practically incorporates it into her lore during an animation where she's too broke, so she decides she needs to sell her body, but none of her shipmates wants to touch her saggy boobs.
給料は現金でください垂れてるのを揉んでもまあなどなど辛辣なね意見も寄せられていますがとにかくよろしくお願いしますと
Besides, unicorns have a strong emphasis on purity. They want their maidens to stay pure and not interact with men. This is the complete opposite of Marine, who always talks about the act. By doing so, she repels unicorns from pursuing her.
視線が気になっていたせないだから配信であり全部行う
And in other VTuber cases that we've explored previously in my parasocial relationship video, for example, when stuff got out of control is when the VTubers start to pander to their fan base by playing into the girlfriend or boyfriend experience or doing those dating ASMR streams.
Yeah, I do think that like doing that definitely leads more into like the power socialism. Oh god, yo. Vox.
Ernest, Marine did try ASMR, but she was pretty terrible at it. And as for the whole pander, she definitely plays into the boyfriend trope, but I can't say that she panders into the girlfriend trope. At least not as much as she would like to.
もう教えてマリー
え
引っ張ってるシアンのこと
エッチな場所だよいいの
Whoa, you chill, whoa.
キモすぎ何言ってんのこの人あれ降りるわ車
I'll add that Senshu shares a unique bond with her chat. The playful banter exchange between them is truly hilarious.
ターザンってでもあーって叫ぶんでしょあーナエルはラジエマリンの出す声ならどんなもんでも興奮しますよね
She mentions relatable things or embarrass herself, and her chat teases her for it, calls her cringe, etc. And she'll shoot back in a silly way, making it a lot of fun. However, when it comes to serious topics, Marine is very caring and takes the discussion very seriously, providing useful life advice. They care deeply about her, and many have parasocial relationships, yes, but their primary desire is for her to be happy and to wish her the best and not necessarily take off with her.
Oh,
I've
that's
come to
sweet.
see parasocial relationships as something inevitable due
Yeah.
to psychology.
Yeah, I do think that I think sometimes it's honestly true. Just like no matter what you do, I think naturally, power socialism kind of just naturally happens. Like a level of it would just like happen. Like you can't really control it all the time. But I think you can influence it. Like if you play into it, I do think that it can like intensify. But I feel like there's always going to be a level of power socialism no matter what you do. And I think sometimes also, especially within VTubing and just based on VTubing culture, I think that there is going to be a level of power socialism no matter what you do.
Human traits inherited since prehistoric ages, it's simply in our nature to get attached to somebody we see often, whether it is fictionally or not. So it comes with the territory. But rather than fighting it, perhaps the best solution might just be to control the consequences of it. And in this sense, I think Houshou Marine might have found the secret. Thank you for watching. This is the story of the world's horniest VTuber, and I hope I made my Oshi justice and managed to portray just how amazing she is. And if you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to stay updated on all of our fantastic VTuber uploads. If you're feeling extra supportive, consider joining our membership for exclusive perks. We've set a goal to reach 17k subscribers by the end of the year, and you know what? Houshou has inspired me to add a spicy twist to it. And if we hit that milestone, I've committed to commissioning a risque artwork.
Okay, that was not what I was expecting, but I thought it was like a video or something, but but anyway, yeah, that was honestly interesting. It is honestly really inspired to me. I think it's actually really inspiring and cool to see, like, you know, where people have come from, you know, on their journey sort of to success and their journey to the position that they are in now. Like, I honestly, I mean, I do think it's sort of, it sounds like yeah, like being in that sort of situation, being like a black company like that, like having it probably like some traumatic experiences, like Marlene probably went through, like being that. I think sometimes like the Western world sort of like, we kind of like honestly idolize Japan. I think Japan's like a magical place and how cool it would be to actually live in Japan. But then sometimes we forget that, you know, most people that work in Japan or most of like the working force in Japan is fucking horrible. You know, like most people, you know, you go into an office and you work in an office and the working hours are extremely long, and then even you can get into obviously a black company, and there's a culture for pushing, like for putting extra hours onto you, or out of obligation working extra hours. I just feel like sometimes people really do, in the Western world, people really do forget about how terrible the working force really is in Japan, and that living in Japan isn't always as great as it looks like from an outsider's perspective. You actually are Japanese and live in Japan and you're going into the workforce, you know how terrible that system actually really is in reality. Yeah, so I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. Did enjoy this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and joining me on the channel. We're getting very close to hitting 10k subscribers. If you help me in reaching that goal, hitting 10k subscribers, definitely do consider a subscribe button down below. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.